Hello, coffee connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Coffee Snob Reviews. I'm your host, the Coffee Snob, and today I'm excited to be reviewing Banana Foster Float by Boca Java. So, let's go bananas! So the first thing that I would like to talk about is one of my favorite things about Boca Java, and that is simply the artwork on the front of the bag. While art is definitely not my expertise, it's a really cool picture, and I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate it. Coming from the front of the bag, we have a fruity, rich, and decadent coffee with flamed banana, cinnamon, brandy, and brown sugar flavors, and that all sounds fantastic to me. About Bananas Foster Float. Inspired by the international favorite and original New Orleans dessert, this is a triple treat pleasure. Bananas Foster Float mixes banana, cinnamon, brandy, and brown sugar into a base that is full-bodied and complex. It offers an outrageously delicious taste sensation. But hold up a second, because that was 4 things that it mixes, so shouldn't that be a quad treat pleasure? I know, I'm just being picky, I know, but it hit me like... Another thing that I really like about Boca Java is they provide you with the date that the coffee was roasted on. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but it does say April 10th of 2023. That is not the fault of the company. I ordered this coffee and then it got shut away into a cupboard for quite a while. And again, not sure if you can read this, but it says right up here, coffee that tastes as good as it smells, and then it says, give us a squeeze. Don't mind if I do, Boca Java. That is very banana scented. Holy bananas. I can't believe how banana scented this coffee is. Just even through this little vent hole right here. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to open this bag up. Wow, I don't even have to stick my whole head in the bag and I can already just... However, I'm getting more scent out of it now that the bag is open than I am just banana. There's definitely a hint of the banana. I'm definitely getting the banana. I'm getting a very faint scent of the cinnamon, and then I believe I'm getting... I'm not sure. I'm either getting the brandy or the brown sugar kind of scent. And I'm kind of going to go ahead and lean more towards the brandy than the brown sugar. So before we brew this, I have kind of a little bit of a prediction, if you will. I'm very curious as to what this coffee is going to taste like. Black without any sugar. However, once we sweeten it, and because this is a flavored coffee, there's a good chance that I might just try it with a little bit of creamer. Once we get it sweetened, and if we put a little bit of creamer in it, I kind of feel like this coffee is going to be like a dessert beverage. This is absolutely a coffee that I feel like I could see myself enjoying after a dinner in good company with good conversation. I'm highly anticipating brewing this coffee. I'm really anxious to brew it. I have high hopes for this coffee because the last Boca Java coffee that I tried, I was very impressed with. So without further ado, I'm going to go work on this brew. While we wait for the coffee to brew, let's talk about Boca Java, and specifically let's talk about this bag real quick. Right up here, do you see where it says Artisan Roasted Coffee? A lot of you may be wondering, what does that mean? Well, I'm glad that you're curious because I'm happy to explain that to you. Artisan coffee is roasted in small batches in micro mills. This allows the roaster to really focus on the coffee's taste. This is something that I really like about Boca Java. This is generally what I think is a good idea. I feel like this is putting quality over quantity. And for full disclosure, this is something that I just recently learned myself. I've been doing a little bit of looking into studying about the coffee roasting process in my downtime, mainly because it's very interesting to me. If I'm this passionate about drinking and smelling coffee, I should probably be this passionate about learning how it's roasted as well. While I was scrolling through Boca Java's website, specifically their About section, I came across one line that really stood out to me, and I would like to quote it to you. Quote, "Our belief is simple. If you're going to pay for gourmet coffee, every cup should be fresh and phenomenal. Stop drinking stale coffee. You deserve better." End quote. And personally, as a coffee snob, I could not agree with this statement any more than I already do. I just heard the coffee maker beep, which means coffee's ready, and since I'm going bananas waiting to try this, let's go get a cup. So we're back. This is taste number 1. No sugar, no sweeteners, no creamer, nothing. Just coffee. Before I go on and try this, I want to add that as I walked into my kitchen, I got a very rich and bold smell of coffee, and that was interesting to me, especially because I definitely got more of a banana scent from the beans. Let's see what this is like. Very interesting. I'm getting almost no banana scent out of this brewed, and I'm just getting a coffee scent, so let's give this a try. Cheers, guys. Huh. How interesting. This is good. With the initial sip, I'm getting an initial taste of banana flavoring, which turns into a sweet and brings a little bit of the cinnamon out. And then after I swallow the coffee, I get an aftertaste that is almost smoky. And that is really interesting to me, especially because it's supposed to be flamed banana. This is really different. This is a really different, interesting coffee. This is very unique. I really get the feeling that once we sweeten this up and put some creamer in it, it's really going to bring out the full body of this coffee, all of the cupping notes. It's going to bring out the full flavor, all of the sweetness. I have a feeling that once we sweeten this up, this coffee is going to make one awesome dessert coffee. So, brewing and trying this coffee has not exactly stopped me from going bananas, because now I am going bananas over the idea of trying this sweetened, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, sweetened with some creamer. So let's just go try it, okay? Because we're going bananas, at least in my head. I'm going bananas about this. Like, I'm genuinely excited to sweeten this coffee and try it. I really want to know if it's going to be as much of a dessert coffee as I think it's going to be. I'm already pretty impressed with it, especially because there's no kind of sweetener in this coffee. There's nothing to really pull that banana flavor out, and yet I'm tasting it. I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed with this. So I am back. This is taste number 2. I have 2 spoonfuls of sugar substitute in this coffee. Let's see what has changed. Oh, I smell cinnamon. Oh gosh, that smells so good. It's crazy to me how just a little bit of a sweetener will change the entire dynamic of a coffee, flavor and scent. I am definitely getting a very strong scent of cinnamon. I'm excited to try this. Cheers, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Wow. Was not expecting that. I'm blown away. I'm actually blown away by this one. I'm getting a lot of flavor out of this. So, one more sip and we'll talk about it. Initially, I get the banana taste. and it has a smoky taste to it, which is really cool. It's a really cool aspect to it. Then I get an overall sweetness, which I'm personally going to attribute to more or less the brown sugar. And then you get a very kind of subtly faint cinnamon taste to it. Now, the scent of the cinnamon is a lot more strong than the taste of the cinnamon, but I'm blown away by this. This is a really good coffee. This, again, generally speaking, I prefer my coffees without a sweetener in it. This one, however, I definitely got to give it to the sweetener. This is definitely an awesome coffee to have after dinner, for a dessert, with company, during conversation. This is impressive. So at this point, I'm so impressed with how this coffee tastes sweetened that I almost have to put some creamer in it and try it. So let me go get the creamer. So I'm back. Once again, I have the creamer here. We're going to do this on camera so that people actually believe that I did this. And this is taste 3, sweetened with creamer. Cheers, everyone. Smells about the same. Okay, so this is interesting, okay? This is not what I expected. When you add the creamer to this, you get more of a subtle banana taste, but it's less smoky, more sweet. And I'm pretty impressed with it. My favorite way that I've tried this coffee so far is definitely taste number 2, the sweetened taste. I liked it because you got a wider range of flavors. Adding the cream made the subtle flavors a little bit more difficult for my personal taste palette to detect, but it also changed the dynamic of the banana flavor. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this coffee. This is the second coffee from Boca Java that I have tried and featured on this channel. And quite honestly, after the impressions that the last 2 coffees from Boca Java have made on me, I look forward to trying more by them. But I think that's all the time that I have today for coffee review videos. Thank you very much for spending your coffee o'clock with me. I really appreciate it, and honestly, I really appreciate you. Have you ever tried Bananas Foster's Float Coffee by Boca Java, or any of Boca Java's coffee? Let me know that in the comments section below. And if there's any coffees that you would like me to try, let me know those in the comments below as well. I did receive some suggestions from the comment section, and I'm very grateful to have received those, and I'm going to start working on getting those into the rotation as well. Thank you again very much for watching. I cannot wait to see you all on the next video. Simply just the thought of it is kind of making me go bananas. As always, if you want to try Boca Java, I will have a link to their store in the description below. Remember, anytime's a good time for coffee. Peace out, guys. I've been practicing. I still didn't do that good. Oh my gosh. Wow. This would be an awesome coffee to have after an amazing meal with good company and good conversation. Me personally, my favorite way that I've tried this coffee was sweetened when it is. So I just saw where they're not going to grow any bananas any longer. Apparently, they're long enough already. Excuse me. It is definitely coffee o'clock. Maybe I should have a cup of coffee to help my brain work so that I can actually do this coffee review in a semi-intelligent way. Maybe. This stuff is bananas! Bananas. And again, not sure if you can see this, but it says coffee that... What does it say? I don't know if you guys have been able to pick up on this about me, but I do not take myself as seriously, nearly as seriously as I take my coffee. Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, right? Thank you again for taking the time to watch this video, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next one because I am going bananas to do another coffee review. If you want to leave a comment and you don't know what to say, you could always just say brew-woo. It's like ooh-woo, but for coffee snobs, right? I low-key hate myself for saying that. Do it for the brew tube.